Tonight is very simple. Have you ever been in a relationship where you can't really tell people how you feel? Like, have you ever been in a relationship, every time you tell somebody something, they turn it against you, and it's like a never ending battle, man. It's crazy. Anybody ever been in that before? You get tired of that, and you every time you voice your opinion, somehow you become the problem. So we're going to do a therapy session tonight, and it's going to be very powerful. I'm telling you right now. It's going to be something that's going to definitely talk to you a little bit, especially if you are going through this situation. Okay. Somebody says you want to argue. Yeah, but tonight's topic is very simple. If I can't tell you how I feel without paying for it, I don't feel safe with you. Yeah, maybe you should text this to somebody. Or maybe, you know what? I guarantee you can take what I said. You ain't gonna find this quote nowhere else. This is Mark Lee Jr. I promise you, if I tell you how I feel, if I can't tell you how I feel without paying for it, I don't feel safe with you. Copy that and put that on your Facebook page. I'll put that on your TikTok. Let them know Lee live tonight. Take a moment, share this, because this is going to be very interesting. Maybe there's somebody in your life you have told them, look, I don't feel safe with you. Yeah, Kayla says, Mark, you have opened my eyes to so much within the last 2 months of listening to you. Hey, girl, that's what I'm talking about. Make sure you on the leadership team. Let's grow together. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, Miss Kayla. Yeah. That's what we doing. We in the learning business. We learning. You feel me? We learning. I think it's an amazing thing when you can come together and learn some powerful things. Yeah, we learning. We definitely learning. But look, if I can't tell you nothing, that's what we talking about tonight. If I can't talk to you if I can't tell you how I feel without paying for it, I don't feel safe with you. And this is a real conversation. This is a real conversation we're about to have tonight. So I hope you're ready to buckle up. If I had to give tonight a subtitle, you can write this down. You can write this down. If I had to give tonight a subtitle, it would be Healthy Communication Cannot Survive Where Honesty is Punished. That would be the subtitle. Yeah. Healthy communication cannot survive where honesty is punished. This is a real conversation for real people tonight. I'm just letting you know this is a real conversation for real people tonight. I want you to do me a favor and comment the word safe. If you think that, being able to speak with somebody is a safe place, is something safe for you, I want you to comment the word safe. It's hard for us men to pour our heart out to somebody and really trust them. We don't feel like it's a lot of safe places. Just like you do, Miss Ma'am. You feel like every time you pour your heart out it just seems like, how did people know your business? I heard somebody saying, how did people know my business if I didn't tell them? Because it wasn't safe. Somebody you trusted, and it just wasn't safe as you thought. Oh yeah, we finna talk tonight. I just hope y'all ready. And this is going to be a very good conversation. Definitely get these likes up tonight. Let's run these likes up 100K before 10 minutes. We're far away right now. We at 8.5. Hey, I got supernatural beliefs. But yeah, comment the word safe. If I can't tell you something without having to pay the price for it, you are not safe for me. And again, I want to say good evening to everyone. I hope you have had a blessed day. But have you ever held something inside because you already knew how the conversation would end? Have you done that before? You said, look, I'm not going to say nothing this time because I already know how this conversation is about to go. You knew they would interrupt you and they will cut you off. You knew that if you said something, this person would get defensive with you and it have anything to do with them, but it has everything to do with you. But you said, look, I can't say anything because if I say something right now, you're going to get too defensive. You knew they would twist your words. You knew somehow after explaining how they hurt you, you would become the problem. Have anybody ever been through that before? So then when this happens, you start to rehearse things now. You start to rehearse conversations now. This be a real deal thing that happens. This be a real deal thing that happens in people's life. You soften your words. Now all of a sudden you're really on eggshells. You really can't really say the things that you want to say. Yeah. I see you, Miss Tess. I see you unleashed. Yeah, but people, you waited for the perfect moment. You even apologized before expressing your feelings. You waited to, the perfect moment to where it wasn't too late. It wasn't a bad time. It was absolutely perfect. And somehow you still got turned into the problem. Now, how does that work? How does that work? And eventually you decided this. You said, man, look, it's easier for me to be quiet. It's easy for me to be quiet. And in your life, this is the moment that communication stopped. Are you listening? This is the moment in your life when communication stopped and emotional survival began. I'll tell you, the worst thing in a relationship is what we're talking about right now. When the communication stopped, and then now you're just surviving emotionally. You're just surviving. Because if you cannot tell a person how you feel without paying an emotional price for it, I don't care who you are, you don't feel safe with them. Are you listening? So, bro, you listening to me right now? This might be a great night for you, to really just kind of like get some things under wrap tonight for you to really understand how this thing works, because this is a very, very important conversation. This is not a game. This is real life. Yeah, you're not safe. Sis, hey, I'm just telling you. This is when a person don't feel safe with you. You might be thinking your man feels safe with you, but if he can't talk to you, you're not his safe place. You're not his soft spot. I know that may be hurtful. I know that may hurt, but it's the truth. You have to know this. We can talk about both sides of this thing tonight, but this is very important. There's many people in relationships right now, and your person really don't feel safe with you. They can't talk. They have to always be on this emotional guard. Many of you, maybe you have skipped the friendship, or maybe somebody may have messed up the trust, or maybe somebody came into the relationship broken, already not trusting. And anything is suspicious. And maybe you are paying a price for somebody else. But I'm telling you right now, if you cannot tell how you feel without paying a price, an emotional price for it, you ain't safe. I want you to do me a favor. Drop safe. Drop the word safe. If you ever felt like silence was easier than telling the truth, drop the word safe for me. If you ever felt like, man, it was just easier for me to just be silent. Like, if you drop the word safe, be real with me tonight. I mean, this is therapy session. This is what we do. We come and we have a conversation and we talk about something important. And tonight is important. Drop that word safe. If you ever felt like, man, look, I just need to be quiet because it's easier if I just be quiet than me telling the truth. Drop that word safe for me. Yeah, do that for me tonight. Now, before we get too deep in this thing, I have to just set the room straight. I have to set the room straight. Tonight, I'm not telling you that you should be blaming your spouse, blaming your parents, blaming your children. I'm not trying to tell you to blame your friends or your past. No. We're not talking about that tonight. Because many of us have experienced both sides of what we're talking about tonight. We have been the one that have made people not safe. And we have been the one. I'm sorry, I've been there before. Yeah, I've been the villain. Yeah, I'm just saying, I've been that I've been the petty one. Yeah. It's your fault. Yeah. It's your fault. Everything your fault. I've been there. So don't come in here and act like you just in this perfect world where you have always made a place safe. Because I guarantee you, when you get to going and you get to feeling how you feel, sometimes you don't realize it. But sometimes people ain't safe around you. Many of us have experienced both sides of this thing. So some of us, I'm just saying, we know what it feels like to be silenced. And some of us, we have become difficult people to speak with, honestly. And so tonight, we're asking two questions. Do I feel emotionally safe in my relationship? That's question number one. And number two, do people feel emotionally safe with me? Did you just hear what I just said? K. Rose says she stopped biting her tongue. Go ahead, girl. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, those are the two questions that we're dealing with tonight. Communication is not simply having the ability to speak. Communication is believing that your truth will be handled with care when it arrives. Did you just hear what I just said? Anybody can talk. Anybody can run their mouth. Anybody can do this. Anybody can, but communication is believing your truth will be handled with care when it arrives. People rarely stop communicating all at once. I'm just telling you. People rarely just stop communicating with you all at once. They stop one painful conversation at a time. You just heard somebody in the comments say, look, I stopped biting my tongue. But at one while, she was biting her tongue. And people, they rarely stop communicating all at once. They stop one painful conversation at a time. One dismissal, one little eye roll. You know when you be rolling your eyes. Yeah. You know you be rolling the eye. One dismissal. That one interruption, somebody's trying to tell you how they feel, and you feel the need to always interrupt, or they feel the need to always interrupt. That one raised voice, you be like, you know what? I ain't going. One private confession that's used against you later. Anybody ever heard that before? I had that where you tell somebody something in private and then they use that against you. That's one of the most hurtful thing in a relationship, where somebody use what they use that against you. Man, that don't feel good. Yeah. That one conversation used against you until their heart finally decides my honesty is safer inside of me. Now, I know we have all thought this before, and if you have thought this before, I'm telling you, I'll be honest with me, drop a 100 in the comment. Look, my honesty is safer with me. I just rather be honest by myself because I ain't got time. Ain't that how Martin said? Martin be like, because I ain't got time. That boy be like, I ain't got time. I ain't got time. And that's just how it really be. I ain't got time. I ain't got time. Yeah. I ain't got time. My honesty is safer with me. Yeah. I'm just saying. And there's a hidden reason I want you to pay attention to that many people may not know this. There's a hidden reason. There's a hidden reason that people don't pay attention to. See, your mind, it learned from repeated experiences. When honesty repeatedly leads to rejection, when you being honest just always repeatedly, it leads to conflict and embarrassment. How you being honest, how does it lead to you being embarrassed or you being guilty or you being punished? And when this happens over and over, your nervous system begins connecting vulnerability with danger. Many people you program in your other person to connect vulnerability with danger. And that is why some people freeze during difficult conversations. They be stuck. They don't even want to say nothing. They don't know what to say. Because if they say honesty, they already know what they're going to get for it. That's why a lot of men, they can't talk to you because you're not a safe space. I'm just saying, babe. I'm just saying this be real life. This be some real life. And you understand? I don't understand why he can't talk to me because you ain't safe. That's why. Just like you tell him, look, I'm not safe with you, you know. Sometimes he can't tell you nothing. And so he just freeze, be quiet. And it hurts because it comes back full circle and you find out maybe this person have been talking to somebody else, but they couldn't talk to you. But let's talk about this. This is something that's hidden that happens. And when you repeatedly get shut down and attacked and antagonized for telling the truth, people be honest with you. Some women be honest with you, bro. And you can't take it. You can't take the truth. And you make her feel bad for telling you that you need to go out here and work harder. I'm just saying, this be real conversation. She be telling you she's tired of working so hard. And why does she have to work 2 jobs and you only work 1? There'd be some crazy situations out here. Yeah. I can hear men right now saying, boy, I need me a willing worker. Woo! I tell you, boy, there's men out here who be looking for some willing workers. Yeah, they go out here and get the bacon while they be lazy and play their video games. Yeah, and just waste their life. It's crazy. But I'm talking about, this is why some people freeze during difficult conversations. They freeze because, it becomes too defensive. Some change the subject and they flip it on you. Some people even say, look, I'm fine. Some people shut completely down. Yeah. Their silence may not even mean that they have nothing to say. It may mean that their body remembers what happened the last time they spoke. And this is why telling someone you need to communicate better is not always enough. How many times have we heard this? You need to communicate better. That's not always enough. Because before communication can improve, emotional safety may have to be restored. Now, this is the thing we're about to dive into and get into, because a lot of people, you always think that communication is key. No, emotional safety is key. Are you listening? I'm about to get ready to teach you something that you probably didn't know. People, because I'm telling you right now, people speak free the most when they feel least threatened. And that's why sometimes your kids can't tell you nothing sometimes. Because they be afraid that I'm not emotionally safe and I can't tell them my real feelings, because if I do, I may get a whooping. And that's why I didn't talk to my dad. I'm being honest. I'm like, nah, I can't tell that preacher this. I can't tell that preacher I'm out here nailing them to the cross. I said, nah, I can't tell him. I gotta keep a secret. Shoot, boy, he might mess around here and take his. I might get tore up for this. Nah, I ain't doing it. I definitely wasn't. I wasn't. So it started young for me. I'm just saying, Dad, if you're watching this, ain't no disrespect. I'm just saying, it wasn't safe, man. I'm serious though. Yeah, because when people speak freely, just think about it. Yeah, Daddy, yeah, man, I'm talking about, and I'm grown, I'm 18, 17, 18. Yeah, I'm good. I can say that with jokes, but this is really what goes on in the logics of people's mind. When you speak freely, you get in trouble for it. You feel threatened. You understand what I'm saying? Imagine touching a hot stove, and then the first time you get burned, and then the next time you approach it, your body remembers the pain, right? We know this story all too well. You pull your hand back before touching it again. Yeah. It's not because every stove is not. It's like when I approach any stove, I'm always just seeing if it's hot. Why do we do that? It's because your mind is trying to protect you from another burn. Is it making sense now? Your mind is protecting you from another burn. Relationships, it works the same way. If I keep getting in trouble for being honest with you, shawty, every time I tell you how I feel, if I tell you, even something as simple to, I'm telling you how you dress, I don't like that. If I can't tell you that, and every time it's like, oh, so you looking at somebody else and you don't worry about it. I'm just be quiet. I ain't gonna say nothing. It's cool. Bro, if this woman can't tell you, if she can't tell you something and you make her feel bad for wanting to go out and buy a house, and that's why a lot of women, you just settle for just less, because every time you have told him, hey, look, I think we should be trying to buy a house, Johnny. I think we should be doing something else. Johnny say, look, man, hey, we got to live like this. I'm straight. I don't need to go nowhere. So everything, then she get quiet. And then you get mad. Somebody else get the emotional safety. I'm just saying, most people, when they do something wrong, there is a need. And I'm not giving you an excuse to do something wrong. I'm talking about this communication problem that needs to be talked about. And this is a therapy conversation for a lot of us, not just you, but me too. But eventually, you think about this stove, and this stove, you're afraid you're going to get burnt. This is what happens in the relationship. You're afraid if I say something, if I say something, it's going to burn me, it's going to backfire on me, and now I'm going to have to put a lot of energy to try to clean this up. Internet, you're absolutely right. It doesn't make an excuse for a man to go and open up to a woman. It doesn't make an excuse for a woman to do the same thing. It doesn't make an excuse, because grown people gonna do it. They gonna do that anyway. I'm gonna tell you that now. They gonna do whatever they want to do. If that's in them, that's what they gonna do. And that's why I say, we ain't talking about that, but I would rather you find somebody that's loyal than talking about they love you, which that's a different conversation. But when people can't communicate with you, they stop sharing things. They stop explaining. They stop expecting you to understand how they feel. And it's not because you stopped loving them. No, it's because your heart learned that vulnerability was expensive. It cost too much. It cost you too much peace to give up your peace of mind. It cost you too much to tell them how you really feel. So people, be quiet. I'm just saying, well, you have to deal with the truth of this. People say repeatedly, they always say, Mark, they say this repeatedly, man. They be like, Mark, we just have this communication problem. You don't want to talk to me. People don't always stop talking and communicating because they have nothing to say. That's not it. People have a lot to say. I'm sorry. People have a lot to say. They just don't want to say it to you. Are you listening? People have a lot to say. They just don't want to say it to you. I know you don't want to hear this. This is not something that is really, because it hurts when you really find the truth why people don't want to talk to you. They got a lot to say, but they stopped communicating because experience with you taught them that honesty was not safe. Did you just hear what I just said? This is very important. It taught them that honesty was not safe. Communication in a relationship is not the foundation. What is foundation? I got a question for you. I want you to answer that. I can see my screen. I can see the chat going crazy. Hey, I want to know, what is safety? I just gave you that. Oh my goodness. Communication is not the foundation. What is the foundation? Now, if you're talking about a relationship that you want to really build, it's safety. Yeah, I just gave you the answer. My bad, Yeah, I'm just saying, I just gave you the answer. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to give you the answer. Not yet, anyway. But safety is the foundation in a relationship, not communication. Communication is what grows it. It grows the relationship. Are you listening? But never forget the truth, the central truth of what we're talking about. Because when honesty has consequences, silence becomes a coping mechanism. Are you listening? I'm just saying. I want you to think about it because I'm going straight into the 3 points tonight. I'm going straight there. But I'm just saying this. I want you to think about a relationship where you really just stopped talking. And eventually, that relationship came to an end. It didn't come to an end right away. It might have been 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. I've seen people in relationships 5 and 10 years. But guess what? The relationship, it comes to a halt because years ago, you haven't been able to talk to this person who you ain't been able to talk to. You haven't been able to talk to him. You ever want to know how, this be the cause of people stepping out on you? Because they don't feel safe with you no more. There was a man that came to me for counsel last year. It was a very sad situation. Very sad. I mean, I didn't really like what I heard. It was bad. But in his story, his lady, she left him for her manager at her job. Well, see, at first he wasn't telling me the whole truth. He wasn't telling me everything. And then one night I got him to really open up and I'm like, something ain't really making sense to me. Well, for 2-3 years, you've been living in a hotel and, you've been putting this woman and you've been, a addict and all kind of stuff and she don't feel safe with you. Well, this lady went and built her and got her a young man too. Yeah, broke his heart, you know. She got her a young stallion. Broke his heart, man. He was like, man, I got to get back in the gym, man. Yeah, because this little young cat, this little young cat ain't no competition, bro. I keep trying to tell you, bro, hey, drink your juice. You know what I'm saying? Go to the gym, work out, boy, get you. So you can always be right, player. You feel me? Hey. I ain't trying to be insane. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be real. I'm just, sometimes I be thinking about stuff, but what he didn't tell me is that for like 3 years, this woman's trying to communicate with you. Y'all in and out of shelters. And this woman is following you and y'all in and out of shelters. I'm sorry. I really am sorry when I have to say this, but it would be hard. It would be hard for any woman to be in and out of shelters when you got a willing worker at the house. You got a grown man at the house and nothing is wrong with you. And you yet got us living like this. Any woman in her right mind, she's going to think about the safety of her babies. It's like, this is scary. I don't know if somebody, we on the street one day, he told me they was living in the car and all this stuff. And he's like, I don't know why she would do this to me. And one night I just had to tell him the truth. I said, bro, she didn't feel safe with you no more. Yeah, man, but when I was in the streets and I was doing my thing, man, I had all the money in the world, man, and I feel like she just left me. But bro, y'all been almost 3 years living in shelters and hotels, big dog. I ain't saying what she did was right. I ain't saying that. But bro, you put that thing in a hard place. That's hard. When I think about that, something like that, that's really hard for me. That's really hard. That is almost okay. I got some people right now. You, bro, you might not be feeling it. You might not be saying, but just imagine this, right? Just imagine if she cut you off and say you can't touch her, and it's been 3 years you ain't had. What you mean? You think you just gonna and you got and you ready to go and you can't do nothing? You mean tell me you gonna go 2-3 years and you ain't did nothing? Maybe you different. Yeah, maybe God got his hand on you. I'm just saying. Because maybe you different. Because most men I know, they're not waiting on 2 to 3 years, big dog. They ain't even got a safe space to land in. What we talking about? Moral to the story is she didn't feel safe with him. A lot of people, you think that communication is the foundation in your relationship, but it's really not. Safety is. And that's why when a woman feels safe with you, you can really get anything you want from her. Message. Don't be using this now. Don't be using this to manipulate them now. Don't be doing that. I'm just telling you. When a woman really feels safe with you, you can really get anything you want out of her. I'm just saying. Same thing with a man when he feels safe with you and you his little boo. Yeah, he feels safe with you and like he trusts you. He can come to you about all his issues and stuff, and like he can really lay his head in your bosom and just be like, oh yeah, let me tell you about my day today. Like, oh, it was rough on me, and that type of love for a man, some men is rare. I'm just saying, and you got a safe space. That is rare. I want to speak to everybody who have a safe space right now. I think you should grow that safe space by continue to communicate, because that's how you grow. But that's not the foundation. It's not the foundation. Safety is. Now let's get to these 3 points. It looks like we're almost at 100K. We should have been there already tonight. Do me a favor, tap that screen for me. Share this live with somebody who needs it. Just like you found my live, somebody's going to find this live tonight and they going to be like, oh my goodness, where has this guy been? Where has the TRC been? Where has the reset circle been? Because I've been needing a language for this. Share this with about 5 people tonight. Yeah. But I want you to write this down. Point number one. I know we're getting there fast. We're going to start getting there fast every night. So I'm telling people, you want to be on time, because I'm trying to be on time, because I want to talk a little bit more at the end and just, communicate, because that's how we grow. Yeah. Point number one. Write this down. Honesty became expensive. Write that down. Honesty, it became expensive. Yep. I just want you to think about that real quick. Honesty became expensive. Honesty became expensive. That's point number one. Some people, they're not afraid of the difficult conversations. You think they are, but they're not. Some people are afraid of what happens after you have the difficult conversation. And there's many people say he don't like to have difficult conversations. It's not the fact that he don't like to have difficult conversations. Sometimes they're afraid of what happens after. They don't want to deal with that. Their energy don't want to deal with that. They're afraid of their feelings being dismissed. Same thing for the woman. You afraid that your feelings are going to be dismissed. You are afraid that the conversation will become an argument. And you want to argue. And this becomes a real thing. I'm just saying, this becomes a real thing. Some people are afraid that their vulnerability will be stored and used against them later. So they don't want to talk. They don't want to share anything. Some people, they're afraid they will have to comfort the person who hurt them. So people begin to edit themselves. And they stop saying, that hurt me. And they start saying stuff like, it's whatever. It don't even matter. It's whatever. I'm teaching you something maybe even about yourself. You never know why you really just say, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, because you don't really feel like going through this. You don't want to keep repeating yourself and telling people they hurt you, because when you tell them something hurt you, they call you weak. They call you soft. You see? Now, I speak from a man perspective. If we tell a woman too much hurt us, they start saying, oh, you feminine now. All you have to do is tell that man one time he's feminine about being honest about his emotions, dealing with you. And I promise you, baby, you may have opened a door that you're going to need prayer to shut. I might be giving you the game tonight, baby. You can't go around telling the man he's feminine because he's trying to correct you or he's telling you something that hurts him. I'm just saying. Many people, they I see it right there, Terrell. They say, oh, you sassy. That's what they say. Oh, you just, yeah. So every time when this man is trying to tell you, look, that hurt me, shorty, I don't like when you do that. So guess what he do? He say, bet. I ain't gonna say nothing. It is what it is. I just tell my little shawty, my little yay, I tell her about it, because I'm just telling you, this is how it starts. It don't happen like that fast, but you understand what I'm saying? And you go years of not communicating, and then you finally find somebody you can talk to. This is how you end up cheating. And then you say, I don't know why he couldn't come talk to me. Like, I would have just rather he would have just left me. I'm just saying, though, this be some real stuff. Like, this be some real stuff. This go both ways, though. Don't get it twisted. Y'all be out here emotional cheating more than these men do now. I'm just saying. Y'all get approached a lot more than men do. Y'all get approached every day. Y'all just wake up looking good. You know, you just wake up looking good. Girl, you wake up to messages on your phone. You be like, he is so why would he inbox me that? And yeah, that's what you be saying out loud, but you be like, I must still got it going on. Woo! I'm just saying it's too easy for y'all. It's too easy. I'm talking about all y'all gotta do is just wake up looking good. Y'all ain't even gotta post a picture of yourself no more. All you gotta do, you can take a picture and you can post a picture of a watch you just got, and you gonna get somebody saying, "Oh, your arm, girl, show looking good." Yeah. Oh my goodness! And just think. That's how it be. That's how it be though. That's how it be. And don't mess around and post some sandals on or something. Oh, there go the widows. You know, there go the widows there, girl. Hey, there go the widows. Yeah. You say, yeah, girl, them knuckles there, they look real strong. Woo, you know, everybody can't be posting no feet pictures now. Y'all get it. When you got that little side, you got that little bunion sticking out like that. I'm sorry, baby. Don't do it. Don't. I'm getting hot. Let me quit. I'm trying to stay focused. We talking about communication though. We talk about communication though, but see, he can't tell you stuff like that. But if somebody I'm just saying, but this is how it really be happening though. You be like, you stop talking to people, and for after a while, you be like, it's whatever. You know, you be like, it's whatever. Yeah. I can't see. I don't even know why I went and got a big screen today. I should, because I can see the comments now. What I should have did, I should have kept the thing screen small, because when I can't see the comments, I ain't seen any laughing faces and go, I'm good. But when I see all this stuff, I be like, you know what? I can't even, I might have to start talking to y'all like this, bro, because now the screen too big. So if y'all see me talking to the screen, y'all see me looking at it ways, because I don't want to look at y'all. I'm just saying. Woo! We gotta get back on track. We talking about communication. I hear people in the comments talking about they got pretty feet, all kind of stuff. That wasn't the conversation. You see how we just went? We took a hard left. We got a hard back to the right. Yeah, we got to get back to the right. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so people really be afraid to come and talk to you. So they start editing themselves. And they used to tell you how stuff hurt them, and they can't do it no more. They used to tell you that, look, I need support. That's what they used to say. Now they say stuff like, I got it. Don't worry about it. Now that's dangerous. Now that's real dangerous. That's real dangerous. Let's think about your woman who's depending on your support, and you don't want to support her. And every time she asks for a little support, you keep telling her, oh, I'm just saying. So what she started doing is she started to say, look, I got it. And men do the same thing. We just say, look, we got it. People they stop saying, I don't feel secure. Oh, you a man, you better not say you don't feel secure. What you mean you don't feel secure? You got something you want to tell me? Whole time it really be about y'all relationship. He don't be secure in the relationship. So women, you say the same thing. I don't feel secure. And then you just start acting like you don't even care no more. But I want to tell you something, man. Feelings don't be disappearing. You know this, right? Feelings don't disappear. Just because they're not expressed, feelings don't disappear. They go underground. And sometimes, I'm just saying, they go underground. And what is buried emotionally, it often returns as distance, resentment, anger, anxiety, disconnection. Are you listening? This is what happens. And they get buried emotionally. Now you want to know why this person really, y'all don't have that same connection no more. Why? If somebody is constantly afraid of your reactions, they are not communicating with you freely. If they're afraid of how you're going to say and how you're going to treat them and how you're going to look at them, they are not communicating with you freely at all. I think you should understand this. And many of you might say, I don't care. Well, you're going to keep going through real life issues. You're going to keep getting cheated on. You're going to keep having your own kids don't want to come talk to you. You're going to keep being a person. I'm just letting you know, people want to feel safe. If people are afraid of your reaction, that's not safety. They are managing you. And there's a difference. You should never have to betray your feelings just to preserve somebody else's comfort. Are you listening? When honesty has a price, people eventually stop paying it. Did you just hear what I just said? I want you to write that down. Don't forget this. When honesty has a price, people eventually stop paying it. Write that down. People want to feel safe, man. People want to feel safe. And that's why even is one of the practices that we use in the TRC. People come on our live, they're able to speak freely. This is a no judgment zone. When you get in the TRC, we don't play that game. We don't play that stuff. I don't care what you believe. We're not going to attack you. I don't care. I will not allow it. That's zero tolerance. You got to go. Because when honesty has a price, people eventually stop paying it. Point number 2, let's roll right into it. Silence can become a survival strategy. How many know this? Silence can become a survival strategy. How many of you knew that? Yeah. People often say this. They never tell me what is wrong. But have you created an environment where they can? Did you just hear what I just said? People say they never told me what was wrong. They never told me the issue. But have you created an environment where they can tell you? Most men can't come to you and say, look, baby, I got a flesh problem. Can you pray with me? How many women right now, if your man come to you and say, look, I got a flesh problem, man. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I can't, I can't, it's like, I ain't did nothing, but he can't come to you and tell you that. Most men, they can't do that. Most women, you can't go to your man and be like, hey, look, I got a little flesh problem. I know that is a bit extreme. I know that is a bit extreme because both people, you finna get in an argument. Oh, what you saying? Who you been looking at like that? What time it is? What's going on? Are you trying to tell me you stepping out on me? That's going to be the first conversation. Now the reactions and everything, now you finna be watched. You finna be recorded and they finna be tracking you down and they finna be setting recorders around the house, all kind of stuff. You set up now. When you say stuff like that, now I'm just saying, somebody says I did and it didn't go well. You strong for that, but it hurts. See, a mature person who love you in a mature way, a mature person, They'll be like, look, I've been struggling too. Maybe we need to fast about this and pray. Maybe we need to, figure out, maybe we need to cut some of these bad shows out. Maybe we need to try to change our music. Maybe we need to change what we watch. But many people say they never tell me anything. But I always say, have you ever created a safe space for them to be able to come and talk to you? That is the type of relationship that everybody should want, where I can be real with you. I can be real with my friend and let my friend know, look what I'm dealing with today, without being slammered and judged. What happens when someone disagrees with you? What happens when someone says you hurt them? What happens when their experience does not match your intentions? Do you listen? Or do you immediately defend yourself? Do you understand? Do you seek to understand? Or do you begin collecting evidence to prove them wrong? This conversation might be a little bit too mature for you, I know, but just keep listening. You're going to get it in a minute. Sometimes the person asking, why won't you talk to me, help teach the other person that talking was dangerous. Write that down. Sometimes the person asking, why don't you talk to me? You helped teach the other person that talking was dangerous. Write that down. I see your T. She say, look, I seek to understand. All right. Have that mindset now. Hey, have that mindset. I'm just saying, seek to understand. This is a deep conversation. Silence can be powerful because it protects you from immediate conflict. Silence is powerful. I just rather just be quiet. I'm good. I'm good. Silence can be powerful. It can feel powerful. But prolonged silence, it creates another kind of pain. And we don't talk about that enough. And that's why we're having this type of therapy session tonight. When you've been quiet for so long, it creates another kind of pain. Are you listening? You may avoid one argument while slowly losing the connection. And then you be like, I just don't really feel it no more like we used to. Like I used to feel it. I just don't feel. Because somebody don't feel safe. You may keep the room peaceful while resentment just grows underneath this. You may even avoid saying what is wrong until everything feels wrong. Silence can protect you temporarily, but it cannot build intimacy permanently. Write that down. I don't want you to miss that. Silence can protect you temporarily, but it cannot build intimacy permanently. Are you listening? You may want to share this with a couple people on your timeline. Maybe they need to know this. Maybe they need to understand and know why. Maybe they coming into the knowledge of the truth tonight to know why they woman don't feel safe with them. Because every time she speak up and share her feelings, she get told that she the problem. Silence is often the language of someone who learned that honesty was not welcome. That's the language you get. You told me once, I get it. So I'm just going to be quiet. That's a new language for me. Silence is my language for you. Because I learned that honesty with you is not welcome. You get upset when I tell you the truth about yourself. Just think about the relationships when you can't even really tell the truth about, your intimate time together. You can't even talk and tell the truth about that. Oh, what you saying? Like, what you mean? Like, no, you got to be taught. If that man can't teach you, I'm sorry. Like, you gonna be. You got to make him feel bad. I'm just saying, bro, if you make her feel bad, she trying to teach you, and you don't want to listen, she just going to get quiet. And she going to be like, you know what, don't even worry. She going to say, get up, don't even worry about it. It's okay. Just get up. It's cool. It's cool. Woo! She gonna say, get up, it's cool. It's all right. I get it. Yeah. Woo! Boy, that's funny. That's funny, though. Boy, I tell you, sometimes we just be too real. Sometimes we just be too real. Yeah, it's like honesty not welcome. You tell him the truth, he don't want to get it. It's like, you know what? It's cool. Don't worry about it, Larry. Go get up. It's cool. It's cool. No problem. I take care of it myself. Woo! Man. I'm just saying, it'd be some real stuff, though. This be some real life stuff. We can't be real. We can't be nothing, This is communication. Let me go to point number 3. Point number 3. Safe people make room for the truth. Safe people make room for the truth. How many people want a safe person? If you want a safe person, hey, just put safe person in the comments. How many people you really want a safe person? Like, you really want somebody to be safe with you. Like, you want a safe person. How many people tonight you want a safe person, man? Like, you ain't got to go through all this. You can really tell how you feeling. You can be yourself without being judged. It's a lot of safe persons on here. It's a lot of people say they want a safe person. Like, I'm looking at the comments. It's crazy right now. I see Queen B. I see you, Latrenda. I see you. Shaniqua. Yeah, I see you. Lexi, I see you. Safe person. This is the third point. Safe people make room for the truth. Emotional safety does not mean agreeing with everything someone says. It means that their honesty will not be punished simply because it makes you uncomfortable. Are you listening? Safe people can hear you hurt me without immediately responding, well, you hurt me too. Ooh, I know people can't stand that. You tell somebody you hurt and immediately they tell you, well, you hurt me too. Oh, be quiet. I'm so sick. Look, everybody, you should be sick of that. We're not talking about you right now. We talking about something right now that's dealing with me right now. You wait till your turn to tell me and you let me reciprocate when it's your turn to tell. Don't mess up my moment. People be messing up your moment. You can't be good friends if you can't listen. It's crazy. When you got a safe person, man, you could tell them you hurt and they'll be like, I work on that. And then sometimes when they tell you this and say the person haven't been safe for so long, and you tell them, and you give them a different response, they think something wrong with you. They think you're being sarcastic. You see, I can't tell you nothing because you ain't serious. But what if that person really do be serious though, and they've been in therapy? So look, bro. So tonight, after this therapy session, you go tell your lady, look, I want to be that safe space for you. Oh boy, I'm finna get you a steak dinner. Trust me. Just listen to what I'm saying, player. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm just telling you now. Let her know, look, I want to be your safe space. Like, I know I ain't really gave you, the freedom to speak to me. But now, I'm really realizing after therapy tonight that I need to really allow you to speak to me. Boy, you finna get your steak. I'm telling you right now, until I want to be your safe space. Yeah, talk to her like that. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Hey, listen to your brother now. I'm telling you. You gonna mess her up with this. And she gonna be like, she gonna go to Chat GPT. She gonna be like, I don't know, he acting weird. I'm just saying though. And then your patterns start changing too. So when she talks to you, she tell you something, you just be quiet. Like, you know what? That's something else. I hear you. I'm so glad that you told me that. And, I'm telling you, bro, I'm finna get you this steak dinner, big dog. I promise you. You ain't listening, bro. I'm trying to put my brother on, man. I'm trying to put you on, fam. Yeah. All she wants is somebody safe she can talk to. She can't go talk to her little friends sometimes because her friends be running their business and running her mouth. And so don't you know, women don't like to talk to other women all the time, especially not about their problems. Oh, no, they can't do that. They can't go to work and talk to nobody at work. So they want to come home, they want to talk to you. So be that safe space. Safe people, they can hear correction without it turning into rejection. Safe people. They can listen without interrupting you. Safe people. They can apologize without adding excuses. Safe people. Queen say she gonna talk to her dog. Lord have mercy. Woo. Hey, the dogs, they always listen. That's why they man's best friend. Yeah. Not in some other countries though. They not. They lunch. I'm just saying. But yeah. I'm just giving you the keys tonight. Safe people, they can apologize without adding excuses. Safe people, they can disagree with you without becoming disrespectful. Are you listening? I'm just saying. Safe people, they do not require you to rehearse every sentence before speaking. When you're around somebody safe, your heart can exhale around them. You get what I'm saying? And here is the beautiful part. Healthy communication, it can be learned. Did you just hear what I just said? Healthy communication, it could be learned though. This is something you can learn. This ain't already got to be in you. A lot of times people are doing what they're doing right now because they haven't went to therapy and they haven't learned nothing. You can start right now by saying, help me understand what you felt. I think this is something major. And this man, he's telling you certain things, and when he come to you and you don't get it because he's a man and you a woman, you tell him, look, help me understand what you felt so that I can know and I can learn from this. I'm just saying, it could be healthy communication, it can be learned. I may not agree with everything, but I want to hear you though. I might not agree with you, but I still want to hear what you got to say. How about I need a moment to calm down, but I promise we will finish this conversation. How about even saying stuff like this? I am sorry my response made you feel unsafe. Or how about this? I will not use what you shared with me against you. Emotional safety, if you want to know how it's created, Actually, let me ask a question. How is emotional safety created? Can somebody answer that for me tonight in the comments? How is emotional safety created? Now we yet reading. Oh, there it is. Raquel. I think that's how I say your name. She said consistency. Emotional safety is created through consistent experiences. Are you listening? Are you listening? It's created through something that's consistent, not one apology, not one good conversation. Appreciate that, Sherry. I seen them. Not one good conversation, but consistency. Yeah. I'm just telling you tonight that the right people will not make you pay for telling the truth. The right people, they will value the trust it required for you to even share it. The right people. I want to have a moment of reflection very quickly, just really quickly. I want to have a moment of reflection just very quickly. I want you to slow down for a moment. And I want you to ask yourself these questions. I want you to ask yourself these questions. Who taught you that honesty was dangerous? I want you to think about that just very quickly. Who taught you that honesty was dangerous? This is very important. This is very, very important. Who taught you that honesty was dangerous? Who made you feel like your emotions were too much? These are some real questions right now that I want you to answer. And we're working on character tonight. Who made you regret opening up your heart? Think about that real quick. Who made you regret opening up your heart? You shared something with a person and they made you regret even opening up your mouth. Who did that to you? Yeah. Who did that to you? When was the last time you told someone exactly how you felt? When was the last time you told someone exactly how you felt? Without rehearsing it first. Without shrinking it down first. Without apologizing for it. Now ask yourself tonight the harder question. Has someone become quiet around me because I stopped feeling safe to them? Ask yourself this question. Have someone became quiet around me? They don't want to talk to me. They don't have anything to say to me because I honestly stopped feeling safe to them. Do people have to study my mood before they approach me? I ain't gonna lie. My kids, they definitely got to do that. I'm sorry. Now, if daddy is overstimulated from work, don't come up here asking me some crazy questions that don't even make sense. Sometimes I'll be like, before you come in my office, just make sure I'm not on the phone and make sure, just check my daughter, she do a real good job at checking my temperature. Daddy, you okay today? I'm just checking on you. You handsome, you know that, right? Woo, I tell you, boy, she learning young, boy. What I'm gonna do, boy? She learning young. I'm just checking on you, you sure handsome. You need me to get you anything, any tea, any coffee? I'd be like, girl, you brilliant. Hey, what's going on? Then she come back down a few minutes later. Well, I was wondering, I've been looking at this toy on Amazon. I don't know, it's only $60. Yeah. Oh man, I guess that was a loaded question. Do people have to study your mood before approaching you? Yes, they do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know me. Hey, and I know you too. People got to study your mood. Yeah, that man can't go to you. If he see that you upset, he ain't coming to you by nothing. Trust me. No, he ain't doing it. He like, I'm alone. Leave her alone. She a little upset right now, especially if she crying. Yeah, I don't know what she crying for. It might be about me. It might be about me. So I'm gonna just leave her alone. Yeah, I'm just saying. But this be a real conversation. Do people have to study my mood before approaching me? Yep. A lot of times they do. Do you have to soften every truth to protect my ego? Or do they have to soften every truth to protect your ego? Ask yourself that question. I want you to also ask yourself this. Do I listen to understand or only long enough to defend myself? Shoot, I can answer that question. And you ask yourself, because, I can ask a question like this. Do I listen to understand or long enough to defend myself? That's a loaded question. I know that's a setup because right now I listen, but I'll be ready to, if I need to, just in case. If I need to, first time I hear, sometimes I don't even let you finish. Sometimes I feel like I got to work on that. See, therapists for everybody. We got to work. We got to work on that. Yeah, I'm just saying, man, healing overall is not only finding safe people. Healing is becoming safe. You got to become safe too. Think about the relationship where communication feels the hardest. And you think about that and you say, are you afraid of telling the truth? Or are you avoiding a truth that needs to be spoken? I believe tonight that you deserve relationships where your heart does not have to hide. Are you listening? You don't want to hide your heart from people. But the people you love, they deserve the same safety from you. I know I got some couples y'all gonna be making up tonight. I know y'all got some things y'all gonna be trying to fix after this therapy session tonight. I get it. You're gonna be like, look, I wanna become a safe space. I want to speak some things into our lives tonight, and I want you to repeat after me because there are some things that we really be dealing with, that where people don't feel safe around us, and we don't feel safe around them. And there are some things that we have to let go, and we have to learn, and we have to speak things into our lives so that we can become safe, and so that we can get people that are safe for us. Are you listening? Yeah. What I want you to do is repeat after me. Tonight, before we do this, take a deep breath. Get into your quiet zone. Because we are releasing tonight the fear attached to honesty. And people tonight, you can't really tell your truth because you are so afraid of being honest. But we're releasing that fear. We're releasing that tonight. Yeah. We're releasing that tonight. Repeat after me. I release the fear that telling the truth will always cost me. I release the habit of shrinking my feelings to keep other people comfortable. I release the pain of conversations that made me feel unheard. I release the belief that my emotions are a burden. I release the need to suffer silently just to avoid conflict. I release every voice that taught me vulnerability was dangerous. I release the version of me that believes hiding is the only way to feel safe. Pause. Now I want you to affirm some things. Repeat after me. I deserve relationships where honesty is safe. Yeah. I deserve relationships where honesty is safe. My feelings matter, and my voice deserves to be heard. My feelings matter, and my voice deserves to be heard. I can communicate clearly without abandoning myself. I am learning to speak the truth with courage and maturity. I am becoming emotionally safe for people I love. I can listen without immediately becoming defensive. I will no longer confuse walking on eggshells with peace. Pause. Yeah. This is a serious conversation. This is serious business tonight. And as we close, the healthiest relationships are not the ones where nobody ever gets hurt. I haven't met a healthy relationship where people can say that they've never been hurt. The healthiest ones, they're the ones where people feel safe enough to tell the truth when they do. And if I must choose between being honest and keeping the peace, that's not the peace. That is emotional captivity. I want to repeat this because I don't want you to miss this. If you have to choose between being honest and keeping the peace, that is not peace. Maybe you should write that down. If I have to choose between being honest and keeping the peace, that is not a peaceful relationship. That is what you call emotional captivity. You're in jail. You got to make honesty feel safe. And that's the goal. Honesty should be safe. So what I want you to do is I want you to move different. I want you to choose different. I want you to protect your peace different. And I don't want you to forget our topic for tonight. If I can't tell you how I feel without paying for it, I don't feel safe with you.